Dan, and we're back for yet another episode of the Full Force Combat Sports under the Niche Sports Media Network. I'm delighted to be joined by the Jock, Mr. Jordan Rutherford. How are we doing, Mucker?
I'm good, my man. I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, brilliant. I'm really happy to have you on ahead of your. Is it going to be your second amateur title fight this weekend?
Yeah, just defending the belt this time. Obviously won it in June, defending it now.
Before we delve into a little bit more about this weekend, first time if I've had you on for the first time, I'd like to take it back a little bit. So, what was it like growing up in Scotland for you, and how did your MMA journey start, mate?
Do you know what's mad, mate? Growing up, there was never really like a background to sports at all. It was just kind of like just kicking about in the streets, just getting into bother, stuff like that. Where I live's pretty rough in Scotland, so it's just easy to find yourself in trouble. Bit like Liverpool, to be honest, but jocks and scousers get on, so that might be the mix. But no really background into sports. Never really started MMA. Had two MMA fights back to back after a white collar fight when I used to live in Scotland, and then after I won one, lost one, and then I just kind of stopped MMA in general. June just thought, oh nah, this isn't for me. Just went on to do other things, and it was really only when I went to jail that I ended up going on and writing letters to Dean when I was in there, and I'd done the white collar from Aspire and stuff, and I just thought when I come out, I just want to really put my focus into this. So then obviously I went straight to the gym, and then that's kind of where the journey started.
Do you think going to prison was a blessing in disguise for you?
Million percent. I know you can come out good or bad, but when I was in there, I was thinking about what I was writing to Dean, and obviously, like I said, when I come out, I put a pen to paper and stuck to what I said I was going to do, and obviously here I am now.
Brilliant. So you mentioned you did a couple of white collar fights under Aspire. So was it, if you was going to throw yourself into it, like you just said, was it always going to be Aspire?
I know, just obviously, I enjoy fighting. Do you mean that was mostly what it was? So like when I used to live abroad for like 7 years, and like Ibiza, Tenerife, just doing the summers and the winters back to back. That's what I'm saying, mate. MMA was a total like changing my life. Do you mean just in general, just what I was getting up to, and then compared to what I'm doing now is totally different. It's probably a U-turn on life. But obviously I prefer this lifestyle than that lifestyle. Do you mean that's like a young man's game now? But I feel like I've come in it dead late, but just putting the focus into it and stuff is going to get you places, isn't it? So
Absolutely. So do you think you've learned a lot of life skills as well at Aspire, as well as rolling around?
Billion percent. I know for a fine fact that when Dean's getting on it, mate, it's only for the better. Do you mean I've changed a lot more because I'm not. I feel like I know what I want in life now. Do you mean just being in the gym? Being in the gym every day is good for the mind anyway. But training every day, just having something to focus on, that's obviously the main part. Obviously something to drive towards, like winning fights. You can't just MMA is a sport that you can't just turn up when you want. It's kind of got to be an all-in thing. You're either on the mats every day, or there's a chance that your opponent's on the mats every day. So that's why I get a benefit from it. Just being on the mats every single day, getting better, and you do see it in MMA as well. It's a sport that if you're on the mats every day, you see yourself getting better.
Absolutely. So another thing that's getting better is the UK MMA scene. You fought on near enough every Kingdom show, haven't you? So
yeah, pretty much. Do you know what it is, mate? They're just good. They're just getting me better opponents each time. It's close to home. Obviously, I want to be there. I've been matched on UKFC before. I've been matched on FCC. But the fights haven't went through just surely because of the opponents pulling out and stuff. So obviously, I do want to be, before I go pro, I do want to fight on these shows and go for belts. And I want this year to be active. I want to fight now this Saturday. Then I want to fight again in March on either the 2nd, the 9th, or the 30th. So I might EFCC, UKFC, just as long as I'm fighting in March. I just want to dive straight back in, and I want to fight again. I've got Cage Legacy. They're coming to Liverpool. I'm going to be matched on that. I've been speaking with one of the guys for there. He's going to get me a good match there. And then I'm going to do the 4 Nations. So I'm hoping to have like another 6, 7, maybe 8 amateurs before I do go pro. But I want this year as amateur. Do you mean like you can be having these? And I've not got a job anymore. I've quit my job just for now. Just going to work on the weekends, just so I can train all week. So I just want this year to be proper active. Other amateurs like Makayev and all that back in the day, they were fighting so regularly, like every month and stuff. So why can't I?
Absolutely. Barring any cuts and stuff like that, staying fresh, then that activity is the key, isn't it? Like you said, UKFC, they've got their show on the second, FCC on the
Well, that's
night,
it.
so
I'm getting more
hopefully,
comfortable on the cage now as well. So just the more I get before I go pro is going to be the defining point for when I do go pro. Do you mean like I'm starting to get a bit more comfortable now? So hopefully, well, on Saturday it will show. But I'm not doubting my opponent one bit for Saturday. He's very good. So I'm happy with the matchup.
absolutely, it's a very, very strong matchup. Scotland v Ireland.
Yeah, no, like I said, mate, I'm not doubting this matchup one bit. Like I'm going in there showing them all respect. But obviously when the clears those locks a bit different. But of course, just can't wait for this one.
How long was you in Thailand for? And do you think going out to look, well, the bona fide places out there, Phuket and stuff, bona fide. So what have you learned from the experience?
You know what it was, mate? It was just being on the mats every day with like people from like One Championship, UFC, bloody Octagon, KSW, Bellator. Like I become really close with Luke Trainer. He's in Bellator. I become really close with Daniel Rodriguez. He's in the UFC. Just getting to just training with them every day and just them picking you for partners and stuff. And obviously, just I feel like when you go away to them type of places, that you do come out your shell a little bit and you start because you're on your own. You're not back in your ways back home. So I feel like you do show up a bit more on the mats out there, and it's obviously just all transfers to coming back to the UK and then sharing knowledge and gaining it out there. It's honestly been such an experience. Can't wait to go back. Already thinking about just booking flights and going back.
Absolutely, yeah. It's on my goal list this year to get.
Honestly, mate, it's just in general, just the lifestyle, just being able just to train, eat right, recover right. Just the sunshine in itself anyway makes you happy. So it's just, I think that's a big factor as well. And then coming back to the rain here, it's all depressing.
It is, isn't it? So Saturday, Roman David, Scotland v Ireland. Let's talk a little bit about that because you've been matched together for a while now, haven't you? So
yeah. Originally, I had Adam Berry.
Have you seen as much as you can of him on YouTube and stuff?
Yeah, look, I've watched these fights with coaches out there, watched these fights with coaches back here. But obviously, like I said, mate, it's a year since he's fought. Yeah. So it's the same. He doesn't have much to go on. Like obviously, I know how good I've got in a year. It's props to him. He's probably going to be doing the exact same. So, but like I said, not underestimating him one bit. I know he's got good hands, got good wrestling. His takedown defense is good. He's fought some high level guys in Ireland like that. Conor McCarthy. He's very good. He's fought him. He had a wall with him. Do you mean he holds his own against the wrestlers? I like the matchup. Do you mean I'm happy to be? I want to be fighting better guys every time I step in there, especially now. So
absolutely. So what can we expect from the Jock on Saturday?
A more calmer version of myself. No, not rushing about. On APSC, I come out a bit mad. I think it was just the waiting around all day, then fighting after the pros, and loads of stuff went wrong on that day. Just coming out, I usually come out and fight more calmer. Just obviously, I've got a few tricks from Thailand that obviously I'll be showing in the fight. I'm in there for the 5 rounds. If the finish comes, the finish comes. But I'm in there for the 5 rounds. That's one thing I'm saying to myself is just not rush it. Everything will just come.
Absolutely. Do you think APFC in November, that was a bit of a you made the mistake? Do you think that was a blessing in disguise as well?
Obviously nothing. My opponent was on the same boat, so I can't really say nothing about in that terms. Like it was the better man won on the night, but just in general, just the waiting around all day, meant to be fighting at 5:30, end up fighting at 11:30, not eating throughout the day. Just little things that I just felt like in the very end of it, when I did get called up to thing, it was more just like I was trying to please the crowd rather than just stick to my game plan. It was like the game plan just went completely out of the window. And obviously Jesse stuck to his, so I can't take nothing away from him.
Absolutely. So compared to the last time, compared to this time, everything seemed to have gone really smoothly for you. Come back from Thailand, no injuries, etc.
That's it, mate.
One thing I did want to ask you, because I was trying to find it when I've looked on Tapology, the grappling contest that you had. It says event.
No, that didn't go ahead. I don't even know how that's it. I wonder, thinking that fucking now. Like I didn't go ahead, but I don't even know how that's on there.
Do you have any superstitions, Jordan? Like either pre-fight or post-fight?
Do you know what's me? I try and change it up every fight, like on days and stuff, because I just think what's going to happen, like when one day you go in and something doesn't happen the same way you wanted it to, you're just going to be. I'm not superstitious in general, but just how can you? Every fight they'll try and do something a bit different. I'll eat somewhere else. I'll just try and break it up a little bit, just so there's nothing like stuck in my ways. I try and still live out the same things and stuff, and try and make my fight week go the same way. But in terms of like, I'll always try and do something a bit different fight day or pre-fight day, just so it mixes it up, just so something's changed. So it's like it's not always the same. That's me personally, like, just so I don't have that. I don't want that thought in my head, like, oh, that didn't go right. Like, and then I'll say something happens, you're blaming it on that.
So would that be the same for like your post-fight meal as well? Just switch it
Yeah,
up
stuff like that. Yeah, like I'll always go eat somewhere else. Just in general, just that's probably the most I'll go out, like just breaking it up, just eating somewhere else, not keeping it to the same place. Because what if they're closed that fight day? What am I gonna do?
Well, that's it, innit? You wait all that time during camp to have a meal. You don't want to be eating the same place every time.
I block myself after weighing days, man. It's bad. I go absolutely ham on food.
Do you know what time you run at? Are you opening the main card?
No, I've just been told today. I'll be up on the main card. So that'll be, there's 2 pro fights, but I'll be up on the main card. So probably like I'd say about 9 o'clock at night, probably.
Excellent. Well, I'm gonna be in attendance anyway, Jordan. So I'll catch you post fight straight away. But in the meantime, good luck.
Thank you very much. Look, I appreciate you getting me on, mate. I really do.
No problem, mate. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, and I'm really looking forward to Saturday. Looking forward to seeing you.
Mate. I look forward to seeing you, mate. I look forward to putting on a good performance.
Thanks, mate.
Go on, nice one, man. See you later.